Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue à Ray's Duolingo Adventures Learning French. So for this video we're going to look at these two sections here, city and travel. So first of all let's take a look at city and let's have a look at the tips to see what kind of things we're going to be learning here. Un vélo vert.
Une université française.
Where did that come from? There it is. So French adjectives usually come after the noun they're describing. So a green bike would be un vélo vert. So here's the other example. Une université française, le thé vert, the green tea, the French university and the green tea. Le restaurant mexicain. And où sont les toilettes? To ask where is, say où est, or où sont in the case of toilette. If the où sont, if the thing you're looking for is plural. Example here, où est l'école? Where is the school? And if you're asking where more than one thing is, then say où sont. So like example, où sont les toilettes? As this poor guy is looking for. So these letters in French don't sound like what they used to. Have a listen. So OI in French it sounds like wa, like voiture, toilette, croissant, and not as Americans would say croissant, croissant. And here's the example as in wand. And OU sounds like ou, like ouvert, ou, bouteille, and
Bouteille.
the ou in soup. And notice that OU, the two here are pronounced exactly the same. The reason there's an accent on
Ou.
this is to distinguish that from that
Ou.
without an accent means or, and ou with an accent means where. So it's really just to differentiate between the two things. So où est le restaurant? À Paris ou à Bordeaux? So where is the restaurant? In Paris or Bordeaux? So that's the notes that you learn for city. So let's go straight into the practice. And as always, go into practice without a timer when this loads up. If it ever does, there we go. So we'll practice without a timer.
Les universités américaines.
Les
universités américaines.
The American universities. And yeah, just another little tip there, but because university is feminine, has an ES ending there.
Les écoles sont petites.
So the schools are small. Les écoles sont petites.
4 magasins.
4 magasins, 4 shops. Les écoles sont petites because école is feminine and it's plural.
Les universités françaises. Les universités françaises.
French universities. So hospital in French is it does begin with an H, but H's are generally silent in French. So I believe the O has an accent. L'hôpital. I might be making that. No, I don't think it does. I think I'm getting that mixed up with hotel. So l'hôpital. Oh no, I was right the first time. Okay, just ignore what I said a few seconds ago. So yeah, and circumflex on the O for l'hôpital.
Le magasin est fermé aujourd'hui. Le magasin est fermé aujourd'hui.
So that's the shop is closed today.
Les filles sont petites.
Les filles sont petites. Girls are small.
Les écoles françaises.
Les écoles France. We have to see with the cedilla. Française. French schools. The supermarket is open. Le supermarché est ouvert. And so doesn't need any ending because supermarché is masculine. And just as a little aside, ouvert is the past tense of the verb ouvrir, to open. So yeah, they use the past participle there for to say it is open. But we'll come across that when we come to past tense in French, which is a few lessons down.
Les universités américaines.
Les universités. That's an accent. Les universités américaines. The adjective agreement there.
L'hôpital de Paris.
Le hôpital de Paris. So, the Paris Hospital. Or the Parisian Hospital. If you're that way inclined. And I remembered the accent this time, which I remembered then changed then.
4 magasins.
Turns out I didn't, yes, but yeah. 4 magasins. Oops. 4 shops, 4 stores.
L'aéroport est fermé.
So, l'aéroport est fermé. And I think airport is masculine, so I don't need to do any adjective agreement. If the airport is closed.
Un supermarché français.
Supermarché français. A French supermarket.
Les écoles sont grandes.
Les écoles sont grandes. Yeah, just I might have mentioned it in a previous video, but to get that E with an accent, or any word, anything that has an accent which is going up to the right, which in French I believe is called an acute. Yeah, if it's an acute if it's going up to the left, and a grave if it's going down. No, sorry. An acute if it's going up to the right, and if a grave if it's going down to the right. And yeah, as far as I know, it's only ever used on an E whenever you want to change the E sound to an A. So, but yeah, to get that, press Alt-GR and the letter. So, les écoles sont grandes. So the schools are big.
Le supermarché est ouvert.
Oh, I missed the start of that because I was yawning there.
Le supermarché est ouvert.
Le supermarché est ouvert. The supermarket is open.
Où est l'hôpital?
Où est l'hôpital? And just to say, by the way, I think that is the only word in French that I know of that uses the U with a grave on it. The airport is closed. We've had this one already. Airport est fermé. Oh, missed out the accent on the E in airport. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So there we go. That's a little bit of what you'll learn when you come to the city section of the French course. So let's continue with the other section we're going to discuss in this video, travel to. So let's have a look at the tips that we come across. I do like that the grammar notes on this are a bit more sort of colourful and they're a bit shorter, but they're a bit more colourful. And also they're some of the tips do kind of overload you with a lot of information. But I guess because the French course is quite advanced, they can kind of sort of take their time with the grammar notes. So here we go. What are we going to learn? So j'aime voyager. So voyager, aller, manger are all infinitives. In English, infinitives usually look like to travel or to eat. In French, you don't need that extra to. So, example, j'aime manger. And yeah, so this is introducing you to the use of the infinitive in sentence. J'aime la France. In English, saying the trains are big or I like the wine usually means you're talking about a particular wine or specific trains. In French, you use le, la, or les when talking about specific things, but you'll also use them when just stating general facts. So yeah, in French, you almost always need an article when you're discussing nouns in sentences. So les trains sont
Les
grands.
trains sont grands.
It means the trains are big or just trains in general are big. You also use them when talking about your likes and dislikes. So tu aimes le vin, you like the wine, and also when you're talking about countries. Le Mexique est mon pays, Mexico is my country. That apparently makes her want to slap her left boob and yawn. Yep. Oh my goodness. So we've already seen that au is a combination of a and les. Now if the noun is plural, use aux, au,
O,
instead of aller.
A.
Aller just doesn't make sense. So alle is o and aller is
A.
o. Here are some examples. Excuse me. Here, so tu vas au supermarché, you're going to the supermarket. And je vais aux États-Unis, I'm going to the United States. So à generally means to or at in the sense of like moving moving to a place. And il va aux toilettes, and ils aiment voyager. So if you're talking about more than one person, most verbs end in nt. Ils vont au Mexique. Oh, that's all they're telling about that. Right. Let's practice. Oh, stop yawning, for goodness sake. Well, it is nearly 11 o'clock, so.
Tu visites Bordeaux?
Tu
Tu visites Bordeaux.
Are you visiting Bordeaux? So the only time you wouldn't really use one of the only times you wouldn't use an article here, because you're just mentioning a city here. Unless of course the city has a different article. Best example I can think of is La Rochelle in France.
Ils vont aux États-Unis.
They are going to the US. To United States.
Paul visite Chicago. Paul visite
Chicago. Easy one. Je vais au We've had this in the notes. AUX.
Je visite un château. Je visite. Château.
I'm visiting a castle.
Ils veulent un taxi.
Ils veulent un taxi. They want a taxi.
Tu visites New York. Tu visites
New.
New York.
Yeah, that's one of those few cities that doesn't change in French. New York.
Il aime les musées.
Il aime les musées. He likes the museums.
Il visite la France. Il
visite
la
France.
France.
He's visiting France. There's an example of a country where you need to use the definite article.
Je visite l'Angleterre.
Je visite l'Angleterre. I'm visiting England.
Tu visites Paris? Tu visites Paris.
You're visiting Paris.
Ils aiment les vacances.
Ils aiment les vacances. They like the holidays. And I assume it's they because it said ils aiment rather than il aime.
Le château de Versailles. Le château de Versailles.
Versailles Castle. Or the Palace of Versailles. Castle. And château.
Ils veulent une pizza.
Ils veulent
Une pizza.
I wonder what that means. Yeah, they want a pizza. They want a taxi now. Good God. Elle. Oh, yeah, ils. You can say il or elle here. Elles veulent un taxi. Do likes the United States. So do aime les États-Unis. The castle is Le Château. She likes Paris. Elle aime le Paris. Oh, because it's a city, yeah, of course. Here's a tip, cities don't need any le or la before them. So, je vais à Paris. She likes Paris, so I'm getting a chance to redeem myself. Elle aime Paris. Okay, you only use the definite article if it's a country. Paul is visiting Chicago. Paul visite. Oh no. Chicago. Chicago. For goodness sake. And there we are. So that's it for this video. Covered a lot of words and interesting grammar points there, particularly near the end there. Yeah, we'll check out Duolingo stories in another video. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Next video we will look at, it'll be a nice small video because it's only one set of lessons. We're going to look at home. But yeah, in the meantime, merci beaucoup, bonne journée et au revoir.